YouTube does, right? But at least it wouldn't be economically viable for them to do that. Oh, we've started, haven't we? Have we started?
Yeah, I'm just trying to do this as quickly as possible in the background while I mess up something I've done in literally a dozen times. It's all good. All good.
So I don't want to like interrupt this battle here, but just on that question, Zero, Wyver, good friend of mine and pro streamer, he is telling me that you can actually force it. You can hack the system. Look up the latest version of No ALBS. It will force transcoding every single time. So there you go. For those of you guys who are starting out streaming or have a smaller stream and you want those transcoding options, check out No ALBS. And yeah, you can force your stream to. This is news to me as well. I had no idea this was a thing, but that could be a pretty big deal. Thanks, Wyver.
Yeah, it's just really good because like Streamlabs OBS on mine has trouble syncing up my chat sometimes. So I actually have to have my stream open on Twitch to see it. And if it's jammed on 1080p, being in Australia, it takes up a lot of the bandwidth that I'm using to actually play the game.
Okay.
Did you figure out
Right. Great commentary, but the match
Yeah,
has
let's
started.
we can
pivot
switch
back onto what's going on
topic.
here. So we're just gonna have single elimination. So it's gonna be one more fight after this, and then that's it. It'll be winner of this fight Cyber.
Yes.
Nice and simple, cheap and cheerful.
Hey, Persons. Thank you for the resub. 8 months. Welcome back. Good to see you.
This is when we were planning on being ahead of schedule by actually being ahead of schedule.
Yeah. Problem with plans is
we forgot to leave a 50% margin of error.
Then Muzzle's internet took an hour-long bio break.
yeah, it just went off on one, but you know that's all good. We can still
Did
make
you
it
fix
happen.
the arrow effects?
Yes.
It's interesting that the red team coming around to the right. It seems to be quite common to come around to the right side for some reason. I guess it's because the barricade's closer, maybe.
Yep. So the actual cover in the arena is canted. You'll notice it's clocked to like what is that? 9 and 3.
Exactly. It's not perfectly symmetrical from the spawn points, at least.
Yeah, that's the player's lizard brain seeing the 3D space in a 2D plane.
Yep. Because you'll notice there's like this whole 3D arena up and down, but most of the combat takes place on a single 2D plane.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. It's interesting. You could think, oh, let's go up top, way up there, but the fighting does happen on a. That is weird, isn't it? When you think, I wonder. I think the planet being there somehow also, like mentally has you doing that more so than if it was just like no open space, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We'll be changing the skybox for the final because
Oh yeah.
I can.
This is intense here. Look at this. Do I hear sci-fi? Do I hear Star Wars? I hear like pew pew.
That's the Artemis I think you're hearing.
Look at all these lasers.
Chris Panther. There's a player I haven't seen for a while. Whoa.
Yeah, MCE has been doing very well.
Super.
Did you ever see us, Thomas? Was it Chris or was it Max? It was one of these guys, Thomas the Dank Engine.
Yeah.
He's terrifying.
It's clipped on my Twitch. Yeah, I'll check that out later. Yeah.
So it looks like
Anyway.
Winfield and Persons are sticking together here, but actually what's interesting is you got Jay, Nick, and Ken coming around the behinds of Persons and actually taking on their rear there. But Persons is still, and Winfield is still focused on Chris and Scorch.
Yeah, it's been a pretty common tactic for the whole team to just ignore damage and just focus down a single target at a time. Persons being the odd man out here.
Yeah, definitely. Singled out.
It works good unless you don't do enough damage.
Yeah. You gotta actually kill the target you're focusing on.
They're the nukes, right? Big explosions?
Yes.
What?
Yes, that was
That'd be the arrows.
Persons down to
5-pack.
Yeah, you're seeing arrows though.
Wonderful.
If you haven't yet, you should take a look at the beautiful custom Mark 1 battery turret on Ken's ship.
Let's wheel around here and take a look. Yeah, the new custom turret controllers.
It just got
Finally being
hit.
used. No!
It's gone now.
It just got blasted. It was beautiful.
You can see where it was.
turnip making great use of those electos.
Yeah, electos have been popular this time. Good to see. That's the big purple lasers that make the horn sound.
Super bright
Find
as
them
well.
hard to use, but very rewarding.
Yeah. Because they're semi-gimbaled and semi-tracking.
Just semi-tracking.
Oh, is it just semi-tracking?
The Electo is, yeah.
That shows what I know. Bits just falling off of Ken here under the concentrated fire. Both Turnip and Harry.
Oh, I love that. That purple does have a good sound. I just heard it again. That's beautiful.
Yeah, all of Wiseman's mods, modded weapons have beautiful sound design.
Whoop whoop whoop.
That's right.
This is not the most difficult thing in the world to come up with a really good sound effect after you have an idea. It's coming up with that idea. It's the hard part.
Yeah.
Looking at
Very true.
the stats, I would say KST are winning. They have got a little bit less mass, but just based on integrity, it looks like KST do have the upper hand here.
They also have the upper hand in battle points.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. And Chris only got one gun left. Don't know where he's at, but whoa, whoa, whoa.
Winfield and Janik squaring off.
Going 1-1. I don't know who has the advantage here. I think it'd be Winfield. It's a much larger ship.
Making good use of these gladiators. Oh,
What's
wait, no,
this
the gladiators are coming up in.
This is 200 IQ reverse afterburner. I'm saying.
It might be. There has been some players with reverse afterburners.
Yeah.
It remind that sound. I think it's the purple ones. It reminds me of the aliens from War of the Worlds. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big toot horn.
Wait, is it War of the World or is it?
Yeah, it was War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
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 The tripods would show up and go, whoa.
Yeah. It's a great sound. You can't. It's very satisfying and it's definitely scary as well. So many. I heard a sound that sounded a bit like a Cylon Raider there. Like this kind of sound. I have no idea what it was. There's so many.
Probably a Thanatos whipping by your camera. They have travel sounds.
Wow.
They're meant to sound scary, and they very much are.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
flying through the space atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Scorch is just kind of like chilling out. He's kind of hanging back, launching.
Yes. Been
Look-
beating on Turnip this whole time, and Turnip has been kind of ejected from the area. Winfield taking a bunch of arrows.
Whoa! Look at those.
Oh,
They're-
and we saw the nuke
then-
effects.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, they're the nukes there, I think. Oh, Winfield just got absolutely catapulted.
It is not looking good.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Is this being turned around here? I was thinking maybe that KST had this, but I'm wondering if at MC are putting up a hell of a fight here.
MC have the advantage of maneuverability. They're moving around and letting their shields come up and welding their ships up and re-entering the fight.
Oh really? It's just all these things that it's hard to.
Janek just lost a hydrogen tank. You can see it in the giant particle effect.
Yeah. Still got that afterburner though. He's not out of the fight yet. But he's getting crispy.
I swear I just saw. What are those? What are those red Krieg rounds? It used to be.
The Grimlocks?
Yeah, they look.
Yeah.
Is there Grims or something similar to that? I swear.
That'd be Grims.
Grims are
God.
still
Wow.
a thing.
Yep. I've been maintaining them
Like,
as Weapon Core gets updated.
like you cannot forget how Grims look. That's I just remember my camera's on. You can't forget how. Like I'll never forget Grims. Not after that like Grimboat situation. It's scarred in my mind forever.
Yeah.
Are you talking about when Liver Damage brought the little sailboats that were all loaded with Grims?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
that was
Our sales broke people's aimbot scripts because they being at our mast.
So all this stuff that went down, it's just, oh god.
Doris has gone mostly unmolested this entire fight.
Yeah, no, it does seem that way.
Dropping arrows.
Yeah, so you
Bad
have KST.
move.
Whoa.
Leaving the nuke boat alone to just hit fortified unmolested is a bad idea.
Yeah, Scorch is all right, totally. They're just 99%, pretty much totally unscathed, actually. They're just hanging in this corner, doing what they need to do.
Looks like Ken is the last real threat aside from Scorch. I can't say his name. But even if the entirety of KST teams up on Scorch, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to burn through his shields with what DPS I've left.
Yeah.
Big clusters of the Artemis flying by.
yeah.
I really like the new Artemis.
Yeah. I think
Very
it's,
cinematic.
A 10,000% improvement over what it used to be, which was a blue beam that hit you.
Adding magazines to a lot of our fixed weapons, I think was a real good move for just quality of life.
I feel taking a huge amount of damage there as Ken goes right on the board.
Yep.
Ken's been pumping those slingers the whole match. A lot of them don't seem like they're landing.
Because of the projectile speed.
It's just
They are.
Yep. I mean, I think generally speaking, the StarCore has gotten faster and faster, and a lot of the weapons just are not able to hit people that are going fast.
Well, they're not going that fast was the deal. Is the trick is that both ships are moving, and then when you're thrusting in two directions and changing your velocity constantly, you're further than a second away from travel time, you will miss 100% of projectiles.
Oh, Chris just got wiped out. Chris always making cool ships. He's out of it.
Yeah, it's a very
Scorch
cool design.
has
J-Nick
been.
may not be red, but he's pretty much done. That
Yep.
just leaves Scorch.
And Scorch is still chilling out. They're not in a massive rush. They're just they know probably their time is up, but they're just they're chilling,
Yeah,
launching some nukes. Let's go.
it's the last hope for their team, but he's a big threat.
He's fortified, but he's got shunts that were open, so he's taking damage through them.
That might be deliberate.
Ah, look at that fancy flying out of turnip. He's lost enough weight now. He can respond very well with those afterburners.
Oh yeah.
You sure you're looking at the right ship? I don't see Turnip moving. That's Harry moving around.
I happen to be following Turnip just as you were saying that, Zero.
I'm watching through Stock's perspective. Yeah.
Oh, there's two turnips. Of course.
Oh, there is actually. You're right. Oh, yeah, that's confusing. Yeah.
Yeah. It happens when you spawn in a ship for someone else and then they get out.
That was still a thing from that's still around as well.
Oh, there went some Grimlocks.
We actually have a countermeasure against that. When you run a exclamation point claim in chat, it'll just transfer the grid ownership to you. They just didn't do it.
That's the way it should be. Scorch's shields have been up the whole round, but now they're down, and it's going to be all over very shortly, I think.
There goes his shields.
Bet in accuracy. See with the purple laser and a lot of those weapons too. I'm seeing a lot of misses. It's interesting.
Yeah, even on ships that aren't moving that quickly, it's just because of their tracking on the purple lasers, the Electos, they aren't fast enough to bend around and do all sorts of wacky stuff. But I was actually going to work with Wiseman, do something interesting with the effect.
Dorsch is ignoring Harry, who is close to him, to focus on Turnip.
It's an interesting choice.
Turnip too.
He's out for blood. He wants to see someone go red.
I would shoot at Harry because he's a lot closer, but
I feel like ships survive a lot longer when they have lower HP. I don't know if that's just me imagining it.
Well, the high amount of HP at the start of the fight, all the blocks that are easy to get destroyed. And it's kind of like a survival ship bias.
I'm just more thinking that I swear it used to be the case that you could have ships that were like 50%, 60% integrity, and they would be wiped out. Whereas now I'm seeing ships handle way more like 8-10%, and they're still flying. You know,
That has a lot to do
reason
with
for
the
that.
player
Main
skill.
reason for that is player skills are part of it, but I would say the main reason for that is the fact that cockpits are no longer utility, so like cockpit sniping is really not a thing anymore. Cockpit's now camera steering as to gyros, so...
that makes
No.
sense. Okay.
No damage zone to,
Oh,
blow
God.
stuff up either as well.
We don't have the damage zone. We also have custom armor values as well. So we have both heavy, so we have kinetic and energy armor specifically that do better against either kinetic or energy damage. Plus buster blocks, which avoid, we now have costing points.
Man, this is so damn good. Like, just everything about this. Like, this needs... I just want more people to see this, Like, which other games can you do this in? Like, build your own ship.
None currently.
With this scale,
This is it.
like, it's just nuts. There are other ship fighting games. There are other, construction ship games you can also fight, but there's something about this. I don't know what all it is, but it feels like a super, super unique experience.
That was a good move there from Winfield, using his shield to keep Shorshus from coming back up.
Yeah, that's the strategy, is sacrificing your own shield to damage the enemy shields and pop them at the same time. Because shields will damage each other with energy damage.
A good move,
Oh, sure,
especially
being
when the
surrounded.
rest of your team is able to focus on the same target.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes a ram from Persons.
Persons.
Missing a little bit. Doesn't have enough thrust to really keep that up.
Yeah. He's trying to give him a hug. Come on, you can
It's
do
hanging
it.
on there. It's amazing.
Right up to behind.
Shorsh is a bit of a tanky build, but I mean, he's got the whole team focusing on him.
Oh,
I would imagine most of his team's repairing him as well.
So
Doing what they can.
X3s this time. Saw a lot more of those than in the past.
I was surprised to see so many of them as well, actually.
We modified their values extensively, so they're
Okay.
cheap. They do a lot of damage, and if you can get them to hit, they're fantastic.
Yes. When they connect.
But
Yeah,
in this case,
they're a great gun against big, slow people. And pretty useless apart from that. But for that one job, they're fantastic.
Good
Yeah.
anti-tank weapon.
Scorch fighting on to the last moment here. He's doing very well to kind of hang on here against so much firepower here. Wow.
We've gone into overtime. Muzzle has activated the gravity zone.
yes.
Oh, I say so they're starting to fall, are they now?
Yeah, there's a push field now acting on all grids. So if you don't have the thrust to stay in the center, get out.
Yeah, it pushes them out of the scoring zone.
So the first team to lose all of their ships from the capture zone is considered the losers. Looks like it's gonna be Shorsh, and that's it. Game. We're done.
There it is. G frickin' G. There it is.
Hey,
What a match.
Victory.
Ooh, that was a
Well
good
done.
one.
Yeah,
That was
it did.
awesome. Round
Alright.
of applause to the runners-up MCE and the winners KST. That was intense. They put if you look at the stats, I mean, KST did manage to pull through with all their ships in the end, but 3 of them are below 50% health.
Yeah, don't have any shields. One of them doesn't have any guns.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So
definitely
it was
close
pretty close there. It's always ones like this you wonder slight adjustments to tactics if that could have turned out a different way.